Call It What It Is with Jessica Capshaw and Camilla Luddington, an iHeartRadio podcast. And welcome to another episode of Call It What It Is.
And in this episode, you will not just hear from us, you also have an option to
watch us
on YouTube. So let's just get into it. Who lived in your Grey's Anatomy cliffhanger where a lot of people could die?
Okay, massive spoiler alert. The premieres were last night. We're like fresh off of watching it, and it's the morning after, and my husband, Link, survived. He survived, however, and we're going to get into this, guys. He's not out of the woods. He's not
he
survived
like
walking around high-fiving people. He's in rough shape. But yes, Link survived.
I was worried about him too.
I know.
That thing looked heavy that was on his chest. I knew that if they tried to take it off, it was going to bleed because, I've been on Grey's Anatomy too. It was also a lot of blood.
You don't remove anything. No, of course.
No. Then you got so many bleeders.
Jessica Capshaw.
What'd I do?
911 Nashville aired last night. Can I tell you, and I sent you this picture so you can tell them this is absolutely true. I took a picture of the screen when you walked out in that white outfit. I screamed. I shot a picture of the screen and I texted you and I was like, oh my God, I just screamed like that's my best friend to Matt, who was like a foot away from me watching the show. It's on. It's spicy. Ooh.
It is very spicy. There is so much attention that gets put into the outfits that white dress was tailored within an inch of its life. I mean, we're on a Ryan Murphy show, people. There is attention to details and fashion. The most detailed and nipped and tucked white dress, there was a contemplation of every single pair of sunglasses that could be used. It was hair. It was this. And then we shot that maybe one of the first days. It was hot as blazes. And it was at a real rodeo that was in town. So we were actually, this was the funniest part. I'm in this outfit in the aforementioned nip tucked and detailed, white,
I thought it was like, hello.
Yeah.
I'm the queen. All my servants.
It was regal. It was a regal entrance. Okay. So to play off that, that regal outfit was at the rodeo. And we were basically borrowing the rodeo for, the production value. And so everybody else was just kind of having some like tortilla chips and cheese dip while I was in that outfit.
I did think, I'll be honest, I thought it was a bold choice. I'm like, white to a rodeo. But but you're bold.
She is being described as, I've heard it and seen it multiple times. And it's a new term to me. She's a bad Evidently, being a bad bitch is not a pejorative. There's nothing negative about being bad if you're a bad.
No, she's a total bad bitch.
She's very confident, this lady. This woman has got it. She's got it on lockdown. She walked into that rodeo and she was like, I'm here. They're like, but we're watching the rodeo. They're like, she's like, no,
she's like, you're watching me. I am the rodeo. Can we also talk about, I just want to dive in. Can we just dive straight in? Okay. So I ran home. I was filming last night. I ran home. I literally flew through the door, took a shower, jumped on the couch with Matt, and I was like, hey, it's on. And then we started watching. Already, can we talk about LeAnn Rimes?
Yes. Well, do you want to talk about LeAnn or do you want to talk about Dixie?
I want to talk about Dixie.
Okay, we can talk about Dixie.
Well, first off, I love that like episode 1, they've introduced this like probably arch nemesis is how I'm seeing it.
Yeah, heck yeah.
You know what's funny about watching the show is the other day I was watching a movie from like the 90s, like a kid's movie from the 90s, and someone was smoking in it. And I was like, you don't see that on TV anymore. It's not allowed. And LeAnn was smoking in the kitchen.
Know. Yeah. Well, that's gonna. Yeah. That's gonna. That'll be a reason for that. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So yeah.
Oh,
so many things. So many things.
Out. Okay.
Yes, and yes. It's funny because I, as a mother of 4 and raising kids, and you want to you want to be a good role model, and you want to give your kids an idea of what healthy competition is, and not have life be a zero-sum game or this like cutthroat, whatever. Something different came over me.
Yeah, I was like, that's not this show.
No, that's not this show. Something different came over me, and when I got to set and started digging into playing this character. And then LeAnn and I started doing scenes. And also I started doing scenes with Chris and Michael, and like the affection for both of them, like, started growing as characters. And you're like, putting all this stuff together because it's the beginning and it's exciting and every scene is a new thing.
Yeah.
My sense of competition got wacky, wild, big. And all of a sudden I was having conversations. I was having to tell Jessica to calm down, take a lap. Because I was like, I will crush her.
Yes. Well, you know what? Okay, so we took over some social media last night. There was a little social media rivalry that started last night with you and LeAnn.
Yes.
LeAnn called you out. Talk about that
you were a part of and that you helped with.
I did,
you are, because you're their brainchild. So I worked yesterday. We were actually, every single one of us was in the scene yesterday. So we all got to work together. And of course, just talking about the premiere happening. And now we actually know each other. We're 4 months into it. So in the beginning, we didn't know each other at all. And now we know each other, and looking back on that work, and it's just wild. So and LeAnn was there, and we have a scene where, I'm not sure. Well, no, it is actually a little bit of a roller coaster, because there are some redeeming things about Dixie. Very few.
I'm sure there are, but she came out the gate like puffing on that cigarette. Like, I know. We got to do what we got to do.
And out for me, by the way. For me. Let it go, Dixie. Let it go.
Dix.
It's 25 years later. Like,
come on.
Like, really, it's a long time to be holding that candle.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah, what?
I don't want her to let it go. I want it to get so dirty. I want you back in white, but mud slinging.
Well, and there we are in our real lives, in our own personalities, but we do take our characters seriously. And I think that Chris completely enjoys it.
Okay, but can we talk about the social last night? Because you guys were working together, but she obviously sidebarred.
Yeah, so we said goodbye, and then I truly went straight from work to the airport so I could be home for the series premiere. And
she was in her stories, and she got a little Dixie, and she was like, I hear Jessica Capshaw, or Blythe, whatever, is doing a Q&A, and I think I should really be doing the Q&A, because I'll get straight to, I'm a straight shooter, or something like that. And you sent it to me, and you're like, I need to, what was it you said?
Because you're actually the bad bitch in my life. You're actually the one that knows how to be the baddest of. So I was like, Camilla, what's the best? What do I do? What do I do back for this? And she's like, literally, by the way, guys, it's like she has a computer in her head. Maybe there's more folds in her brain. Maybe there's just room for more things there. But within like 30 seconds, you just bloop, 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 plucked out of your brain. What did you pluck out?
I plucked out Actually Romantic, the lyrics from that. And I thought, like, this is
Taylor Swift's new song, Actually Romantic, which is based on what?
Which is based, well, I don't know what it's based on.
Well, everyone's saying that it's based on a little bit of a feud.
A feud
with a certain other
singer.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
A similar energy is what I think you were picking up on. An alleged, or maybe make believe, who knows? But it's more fun for people to believe it actually happened, right? So whatever. So there's this alleged, but maybe real. I guess that's what alleged means. There's this alleged, similarly energetic relationship in these song lyrics. And so you're like, something like that. So then we pulled Kyle into it.
Kyle, you guys don't know, like he helps us with all this. If you guys think that we actually edit stuff ourselves, we would never leave the house. No, Kyle is incredible.
He's the best. He's the best.
So you put together a little smack back.
Yes, a little smack back. And then I truly filmed my side of it in the airport.
You did. It looked great.
Yeah. And then she clapped back again.
She did?
Yes. Oh, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't see the clap back. To the clap back.
So I lip sync. Well, you'll have to go look, but it's a little moment where I just give her a little I introduce a little adjustment.
Yeah, and then she adjusted.
Yes, and then she right back. So Dixie and Blythe are going to get into it. LeAnn and Jessica are good to go, guys. Don't worry about us. We adore each other. We side text. We side DM. It's all good in the real life.
Oh yeah, but no, of course.
In the fake life, Dixie and Blythe are definitely going to go at it. They're just completely different. And so it's been super fun. I mean, some of the shit that I say to her and some of the shit she says to me.
I can't wait. Okay, so I watched.
Wait, this is one last thing, and then this is not a spoiler. But when you get really serious and that you're in the middle of like really like telling someone what, how your neck sort of starts to go. You get the cobra. You like get the little like
yeah.
cobra. I have to stop because that's I'm cobraing all the time. Every time there's a LeAnn scene, all of a sudden my neck is on like a different kind of swivel. It's not Jessica's neck. It's like, what? I mean, my neck can do everything. It goes all around.
The Blythe Cobra. Well, they did. Okay, so you did not have a scene together this week, but they did tease at the end you going up to her and going, "Stay away from my husband."
Yeah, stay away from my husband.
Can't wait for next week.
Blythe's voice is a little lower too, weirdly enough. She gets very
stay away from my husband. Okay, things I loved about it. Can I just talk about it? Because you didn't tell me all the things that happened. And so I was watching it like everybody else. I didn't get all the spoilers.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that girl on like the bachelorette party, like with the pedaling, and I was like, oh my God, something's really wrong with her. And then she let out a fart, you guys. It cracked me up. It really like shocked me. That was the most shocking part of the episode for me. What is the budget for 911, by the way? Is it $5 trillion?
Everything looks so good. It looks so good. Well, we start with Kane Brown.
I know you opened with this massive concert. You're not in the scene, but I wondered if you like did a little like go down there and watch it being filmed.
No, as a matter of fact, that scene, again, spoiler alerts, that scene, by all reports, was quite challenging, if not treacherous to, as you can imagine, film, because, you know, they start in the sunlight, but then the rain's coming and then you've got the tornado, you know, imminently going to, you know, decimate the entire thing. And, it was really tough for them to shoot. And we were also at the beginning of the show. So we're learning about they're learning about the wardrobe and the turnouts and things getting wet and things staying wet and how quick it takes to dry. And there's just a lot of technical stuff behind the scenes that they were figuring out because it was the beginning of the show. But it looks amazing. And I love our 113 squad. I mean, how hot are they? Every single one.
So what's weird is that I got sent this picture. You had a premiere party. I got just sent a picture from my sister-in-law, who is amazing. She lives in Nashville, and she goes, "Hi, this is my new best friend." And it's you guys together because she was at the premiere. She was invited to the premiere. Yeah. And then she texted me later and she was like, "These are the hottest group of firefighters like ever."
I know.
I already have a favorite firefighter.
Oh, already.
I loved
Roxy. Wani plays Roxy and she plays her good.
She's fantastic.
Well,
but then Taylor's singing at the beginning.
The musicality right off the bat and her voice. She's a tried and true Broadway musical theater actress.
Oh, that's why.
She was in Hadestown right before this. I mean, she's incredible.
Wow.
Incredible. And just, I mean, I know it's, it's not supposed to matter to us, but they just are so beautiful. So beautiful and so strong and just, I mean, I got the goosebumps a lot watching it. A lot.
It was so fun.
And Chris, it's like everything is just so real. And Michael, I mean, everyone just brought it. But yes, so to go back to the Pedal Tavern moment, it was one of my favorites because honestly, you can imagine that we get our scripts and before you can actually envision what's going to happen and it's just on the page, some of it is pretty wild. And you're thinking, how is this going to translate?
Oh, I can't imagine your scripts.
Yeah. And so when that moment happened, I was actually so grateful because I was like, I love this show even more because the show is in on the joke. Like it's willing to go to every place. Like it's willing to thrill you with these life or death circumstances and this impending tornado. And then it's willing to entertain you with this Kane Brown concert. And then it's willing to make you laugh because you have drunk bachelorettes that look like crazy people. And they're farting and burping, but almost dying and then getting saved by a stripper.
So
it's like, really? But yes.
Smoke Show? Wasn't his name
Captain Smoke Show?
Captain Smoke Show.
Captain Smoke Show was cast for this show literally like a day before we started.
Yes. Can you tell us a story? Because I remembered it as I was watching it. You said you guys were having a hard time finding that role.
Yes. And we were actually there and we were in pre-production and sets were being built and costumes and everything else. And, you try not to get worried, but when you start and there's no blue beddings cast.
There's no Smoke Show.
Okay. So, and truly he got cast very last minute. Like sort of the crazy, like a Cinderella story. Like casting found him, and then he went through, the first reads, and then I think he got flown out to LA, and then he read out there, and then and then truly, I think I do believe he got off a plane back from LA, got the part, and then was at the cast dinner. We had a dinner for, to sort of like kick off the start of filming. And I met him there that night. And I swear to you, he looked like someone had like launched him out of a rocket. And I don't even think he actually knew where he was. I'm not sure that he knew what was happening.
That's the way these things are, though. I mean, we have guest stars flying in. I'm like, well, where are you from? They're like, New York. I came in an hour ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, well, welcome to the set.
Yeah, but his first scene was the stripping scene.
No,
so he got
that's not fair. You guys, you need you know what though? That's how smoke showy is. He's like, whatever, get off a plane, shirtless.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. No, he literally got sent to hair and makeup. I mean, there's attention to grooming when you're playing a stripper. So there was a lot of grooming, and then there was choreography that he had to learn, and then bless him. That's what they say in the South. Bless him.
Yes.
He was so game, and he just got up there and he did it. And I'm watching it last night. I was like, he didn't just do it. He did it. He was so good. He was so good.
There was a little flyaway comment that Blythe made kind of under her breath.
Oh, yeah?
You could have missed it, but I didn't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
She said, I had my fun too, or something like that back in the day. And I was like, oh, boy.
Okay.
Can you elaborate?
Yes, I can, because it might be it might be the thing that I cling to the most when I think about her.
Okay, give us the juice.
I'm going to give you the juice. It was always the intention, but then all of a sudden, when you put an actor in a part, and then you have a showrunner and like Rashad, who's just so open to all the conversations and all the things and all the feelings, this sort of amazing thing can happen. So that line was always written in there, and the story always has been that and what you find out in this first episode is that Dawn and Blythe are completely in lockstep, partnership, and love. However, there was this time where they separated, and when they did, there was some fun being had, and I mean sexually. And so
we didn't think it was badminton, Jess. We got that. You're like, they took a pickleball.
It wasn't a round of tennis or golf. It was sexual.
So do you think that Blythe had like a era?
Yes, she did.
Oh,
so they broke up. Yes, they separated, and they thought it was over. And Dawn, clearly got it fell into Dixie's.
Fell into Dixie's Dixie.
Fill in the blank.
Yes.
Fell into Dixie's Dixie. And then there was a child. When Blythe's son comes to her, like, what's going on? Dad just told me that I have a brother, and how could you guys not have told me? Which is a valid question. How could you not have told me?
There's a lot of valid points for him. He got hired very quickly at that firehouse, and he had to be okay with it very quickly.
Yes, all of it.
So I would be rageful.
And yet Michael plays it so well that you see everything happening on his face, and you're on his side. So he goes to Dad for some answers. He gets a couple of them, but then, as one does, you go to Mom. And so he comes to Mom and says, like, what in the actual happened, and how do you know? Well, he really comes to say Dad betrayed us, and she says, no, he would never do that. And then he's like, what do you mean? And when she says, I had my fun too, I think it's a really important part of her, because this is not a woman that, I mean, and listen, every story is valid, but it's not her story. She didn't get cheated on and then learn how to accept the betrayal, or learn how to accept this, moment and then move on. It was like, if there's a way to have a clean, I don't know what you'd call it. I mean, none of it's clean also, by the way. It all gets very, very dirty.
You were on the break. You were on a break.
Yeah.
You were on a break.
Well, I guess they each had something to forgive each other for, is the point. right? Like it was clean in that way. So they each and then they rebuild from there. But I think it was a very important part of who I see her to be and who I am playing her to be, which is that there is a lot of power in her column.
I love it. I
Yes,
love
and
it.
the horses, and that was Michael and I scene by the stables.
Was that the very first scene, that walk and talk by the stables?
Yeah, so beautiful. Nashville, Tennessee.
Wait, hang on. I have to know because there's like this aerial shot of like all these huge houses, and I was like picking out my house. I was like, that one looks good.
Yes, that's in Franklin.
Oh.
Franklin, where there's just grass for days and everything else. Yeah, and this most beautiful, beautiful stables. Yes, because Blythe is in racehorses. She's in the business of racehorses and going to auction and picking the best ones for the next season of horse racing. And then that day, which again was also really hot, and I'm wearing a lot of clothing.
Yeah, you are.
Wool, interestingly enough, wool clothing.
Like a Ralph Lauren chic.
Yes, it was. It is. That was our very first day of filming ever, Michael and I.
You know what's really funny is that's a long scene, but I also told Matt, I turned to Matt and I said, so far, that's my favorite scene in the episode.
Oh, well, that's because you're my bestie.
No, I know, but it was just like a moment of like, I don't know. There was something about the connection between you guys as actors, because you can't create that sort of chemistry that's already that like loving chemistry. And then when you drop that line, it was like, ooh, little juicy Easter egg.
Yes, there's going to be more. There's going to be more. Yeah. So we started with that. And the second day was the boys coming back from the rodeo and all that.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You are not, and Matt said this to me, he was like, she is so lucky she's not a firefighter. They
I hear it every day.
Yeah, they are out in the mud and all of that stuff. Talking to them, is there any part of the actors where they're already like, dear God, help me? Like when you're at dinner, you're a couple cocktails in, they're like, this is gonna be tough.
Yeah, yes, it is tough. It is tough. It's hard.
Of course, it looks really hard.
The gear is heavy. The action sequences are so involved and intricate, and they absolutely need everyone's full attention. We have incredible stunt people on set every time that they're doing them. So it's incredibly it's tough. It's really tough, and it's a lot. I mean, even just I've only put them on for play or for social media. And the turnouts, like what they wear is heavy. But I just got the goosebumps so many times. And I really do. It sounds a little cheesy. It really feels like they're heroes. Every single one of them, as they march in like little ants when you see them from far away or in uniform, or when they're up close, there's this like goosebumpy, like they're the heroes coming in, and they're going to do everything that they can to save whoever they can. And there's just something so bold and aspirational and awesome about that.
Okay, wait, hang on. I have a controversial question for you now.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
What's hotter to you?
Oh, God.
A doctor in the white coat or a firefighter?
I think they appeal to different parts of me.
Of you? Interesting. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out what.
I think a doctor and a firefighter are very different types.
I know, but like aesthetically, if Matt came home, like he's coming through the door, like and he's in a white coat, I'm like, whatever, go change. That's gross. You've been in surgery. But if he's like coming through the door in like a firefighter, I'm like, hello, smoke show.
Okay. I see this. So by the way, that seems like maybe a great segue into you.
What?
You might need to come be on my show to be around all the incredibly, hot firefighters. And then
yes.
I think now we need to go back to my love and affection for all those incredible white coats at Grey Sloan.
We premiered last night.
You premiered last night.
So what's
it like to premiere with such a cliffhanger?
Pretty bonkers. I had a lot of people asking me online, and I'll answer here on Call It What It Is. whether I knew that Link was going to survive and whether I knew that Monica was going to die. And the truth is that at some point in the summer, I'd had a conversation with my showrunner. I said to her, the only thing I want to know is is Jo going to be raising 500 children by herself? Is she widowed like 48 hours after this wedding? And they were like, no, he's going to survive, but it's going to be rough. So then I was very happy. But I heard rumors and schmoomers that someone was going to die, which is why I had asked. And sometimes these rumors and schmoomers, they end up being something and sometimes they don't.
No, but if anyone's going to find out if a rumor is a schmoomer or if it's a real rumor or if it's a trumer, I made that one up. It's true. It's you.
Well,
you're going to find out. You sniff it.
I did not know that Monica was going to die until I got the script and I was flicking through and I was like, oh, no one's going to die because it looked like she was fine.
Yes, it did. Spoiler alert. Looked like she was fine the entire episode.
So smart. And then I was watching, can I tell you, Adelaide, I watched, we had a little like a lunchtime. I was on set yesterday. We had a lunchtime like viewing.
Yeah.
Adelaide.
So you all watch it.
We watched it. Addie was next to me.
Yes.
And I turned to her and I said, you are incredible in this episode. Her and Monica, those scenes when she's like, you're too late when they walk in was amazing. But can I tell you the very first scene I filmed when I was back, and this happens to me every season, is this scene where first scene that you see her, where she comes in and she talks to Richard and she says, do you know where Link is? And then she's sitting with Richard the whole time. And then the phone call happens. That all happened in one day of shooting, right? And before they yelled action, I was standing for the first shot. I was standing backstage and I was like, do I know how to play Jo Wilson? Like, I was like, it had felt like a year to me. And I'm like, I got scared. I was like, do I know how to be her again? Like, what does she feel like?
Yeah. One, you've got the belly.
I got the belly and I was in the same clothes from last season. I felt like a little disconnected from it. It had been so long. And I'd even watched the episode before. And then when I stepped out and then I had that first line with Jim Pickens, who plays Richard, there's something about that man that just like exudes like, you're a Graceland Memorial.
Yeah. Yes. Welcome.
And it's like instantly I was like, okay, I got it still. But I literally had I was very nervous that day. I've been playing
this is the
character.
scene that when you first come in.
Yes. I had first day of school
I thought that played
nerves.
very well. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, maybe it did play well, but I was like, I literally had a moment where I was like, do I remember this? I'm not feeling her in my body. And it wasn't until he spoke to me that I was like, okay, she's back. But I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm going to like this. Am I a terrible actor?
No, but it worked because you're coming in not knowing anything and you don't know what's happened. And everybody, the whole episode is trying to keep information about who's in peril and who's not. And then and the way that Grey's does have all these different side stories of all the things that are happening. Okay. So did you get to shoot it in order or no?
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
It's never in order. And I didn't see any of that Link footage, right? Like I'd never seen that before. And so I found that very shocking actually to see it because by the time I saw Chris in real life filming, he'd been patched up. I didn't even see this part of him ever. So watching it last night, I was like, hey, that's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
That's a lot of blood for my husband.
No, I know. It's a lot of blood. A lot of blood. Was Linda Klein one of the extras on the ground?
She was. Linda Klein was on the floor. And it's so funny. People have been watching the show for so long. They knew that was Linda on the floor. She was in part of, you guys, this is one of our producers who now plays, she plays Nurse Linda on the show. I think she's spoken 2 lines on the show, maybe more, but the entire time. And she's been there since probably day one.
You think she's going to end up with Bokeh status?
I think that she's Bokeh status.
Yeah. Bokeh the scrub nurse from the very beginning, season 1, right?
Can I tell you what happened yesterday though on my socials?
Huh.
Okay. So ABC every year, they will call somebody, email somebody and say, hey, do you want to take over the premiere? We'd love for you to take over the premiere. So they asked me to take over the premiere. We have this idea with ABC, let's make this whole thing to the, let's make this whole music video to the song 22 because it's our 22nd season. Let's post it as part of my takeover, which you saw, thank God, last night.
I was going to say, when can I jump in and talk about how I feel like it should,
Okay.
if it's possible for it to win an Emmy, I'd like for it to win an Emmy.
Thank you. I agree.
It's amazing.
What we ran into yesterday that we didn't think of, though, is that we needed approval from Taylor to post it. And
Really?
Yes. Yes, we did.
It's not just like on Instagram where you can just add the song.
No,
and
because it's technically going to, I was thinking in terms of it going to my account, which would have been fine. But if it goes to ABC's account, then things are
They have
considered
different
a
rules.
promo. Yes,
Right.
it's very different, right? So it was down to the wire of not being able to post that. And them literally sending it to Taylor's team and being like, can you watch this? Can you approve this? Universal Music, like it was, and literally we were supposed to post at 12. And I think at like 12:02, the papers were signed for us to post it. So that's my little behind the scenes of posting that. Cause I was like, it's never going to see the light of day. Like it's not going to happen in time. Like, or maybe they'll say no. But I was like, this has to be seen by Grey's
Oh my God.
fans.
If that had not been able to come out into the world, I don't know what I would have done.
It was so fun too.
I would have gone rogue. I would have found a way to get that out into the light.
You would have leaked it.
I would have stolen
I would have had
footage.
a lawsuit on my hands.
Yeah, whatever. Whatever. We know the creator. She's kind. She's kind. Speaking of her really quickly, just a little sidebar. Should we sidebar?
Well, is there anything that you would like to tell us that happened?
Well, Taylor's album came out.
I'm aware.
Of course, all of my girls knew the lyrics right. I mean, I honestly think they just like downloaded them into their brain. I'm not even sure. Like they only listened to it once and they're like, they know every single lyric. And we had a little road trip over the weekend. So we were in the car a lot. So I definitely got a lot of it in my head and she was top of mind. Anyways, we come home, we driven to my brother's wedding. And drive back and we go by where the boxes come. And I see a cardboard box and it says from Nashville, Tennessee. And I was like, to Jessica, and I was like, I didn't order anything from Nashville. What is this? This is so strange. And then I looked at where it was from and it said TS. I'm like, I did not order anything from TS. I don't know what this is. I was actually annoyed a little bit, a little irritated, like, ugh, with this box, I'm probably gonna have to return something, whatever.
Yeah.
I got it by accident. So I bring it in. And then I go to get it out of the car and all the synapses are firing and things are starting to make sense in my brain. It's like the beautiful mind.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Taylor Swift, Nashville, Tennessee, Taylor Swift, Tennessee. Did Taylor Swift send me a box?
I cannot.
And of course, I'm not envisioning anyone that helps Taylor Swift in her life send me a box. I'm envisioning her going to the UPS store that I go
100%.
to.
Yeah.
On 12th South in Nashville, Tennessee, and sending me this box. She's done that personally.
She's like got the tape out
Yes,
herself.
the tape gun.
She's waited in line.
Obviously.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of college students down at that one. So it's really, probably took her a lot of time.
She's for sure. Yeah.
She probably had to talk to people. It was a thing. Anyways, I say to my girls, I think we have something to open together. And then as soon as we got out the scissors, I was like, I started doubting myself. Doubt crept in. And I was like, who do I think I am? This is not a box from Taylor Swift in Nashville, Tennessee. And my girls are going to be opening up like, I don't even know what's in this box.
Like a pair of shoes you didn't realize
it's going to be a pair of shoes from Nashville,
pair of tennis
Tennessee
shoes. If the TS is tennis shoe. And it's just one.
Some nighttime shopping binge I've gone on.
Yeah.
So doubt creeps in. I don't let it take hold. The girls open it up. I see the color of the wrapping of the tissue paper, and I'm like, nope, I know what this is.
Wait. Hang on. Was the tissue paper orange or that teal?
Orange.
Oh, yeah, you know.
So they open it up, and there is the most glorious note from Taylor.
What did it say?
It said, honestly, I obviously have it. I might need to frame it.
Is it not already in a frame? Are you kidding? What have you been doing with your life?
I've had a couple of things to do this week. Anyways, it was a very beautiful note, and it was announcing the arrival of this album. And then underneath it was the record.
No, boring. Hang on. No, boring. Take it back. I zoomed in on the note.
I don't remember exactly what the note said.
I zoomed in on the note. And the note literally said,
Oh, because I took a video of it, the girls opening it.
yeah, so she sent me the video. So I zoomed in because I'm nosy.
I told you. If you want something found out, she'll get it found out.
Yeah. And it said, if you're receiving this, it means that you are someone that is important to me.
I will just stop there. We've said enough.
And so I think that yes, you can say what else is in there, but I think this means the next package you receive is an invite to the wedding. Like you're going to open it like in Bridesmaids and like the butterflies come out.
Yes.
Oh my God, Jessica, literally.
My RSVP would be double yes. If you could, I would just make copies of the invitation so I could keep sending yeses.
Yeah. Oh my God, I just gave myself chills.
You did? You gave me a little sweat.
What was in the package? Okay,
In the package is the album and then her beautiful note. And then this super cute sweatshirt that I decided to wear today. I feel like it's good luck for our inaugural YouTube.
What does
you
it
can
say?
hear us and see us. It says the life of a showgirl.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it does. And then it says TS on the sleeve.
Oh, love it.
And it's really, when you get a new sweatshirt and they're super soft inside, I don't ever want to wash it. It's just soft inside.
You're not going to wash it and you're not taking it off. That's
Big
all
warm
you're
hug
wearing.
from Taylor. Big warm hug from Taylor. And you know what? I love the album. I love every single song. I'm starting to feel a little self-conscious because of how much I listen to it.
Sure. Have you learned the dance?
I know, you know me, I'm not so great at the dances.
Oh my God, I've learned the dance. Me and Hayden in the kitchen.
Oh, you already know it?
I
the
know it.
Ophelia? That one?
Yeah, I know it. Don't worry about it. It's not a big deal.
I also but listen, I like a lot of the tracks that people aren't talking about, I think, like right away. I love Ruin a Relationship, Ruin a Friendship, Ruin a Friendship.
Ruin the Friendship. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's called. Ruin the Friendship.
I love Jessica. I love Canceled.
I love Canceled. I love Wood. I feel weird saying that, but I'm saying, yeah, well, I do.
I think she loves Wood too.
I love that song, Wood. I love that song called Wood.
I love Travis Kelce talking about that on New Heights, by the way. His face talking about Wood on New Heights is like my favorite thing. I
love Life as a Showgirl. I could listen to that on repeat.
Did you feel like on our premiere night that was kind of the vibe? Life of a Showgirl.
Yes.
I wasn't in like any glam, but I felt glammy.
Yeah, and I like the empowerment of it, which is like there's maybe an old idea that there's something that you kind of like use and abuse, and like then the showgirl gets discarded. And as I interpret it with Taylor and Sabrina, and just sort of this moment that I think we're all stepping into of empowerment and resilience and grit, is like, no, we're showgirls and the show must what?
Go on.
That's right. Can
I tell you, when I hear Sabrina's voice on that, it's so like, it's just incredible. Yeah. It brings me back though to when I went to go see Taylor in New Orleans, and I was on the plane. Like we were boarding the plane. I was boarding with a bunch of Swifties that had seen her the same night as me, and they were all getting notifications on their phone in real time that Sabrina had just showed up on stage the night that we were flying back, right? Like we had just seen it. And so everyone was like, we miss Sabrina. Like they're all taking their seats like, no, we miss
That would
Sabrina.
be a lot. That would feel like a loss. A little mini lie.
I know, but you know what? The next tour, she's got to come on for Showgirl.
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Now you're coming on. And now we're going to the wedding. And I'm your date. So you can tell Taylor. Because guess what? Guess who didn't get a box? Me. When you got your box, I went out to my little letter box.
For a box? And
yeah, I was like, I was like, Matt, I've got to, just excuse me for a second. There's a box outside for me.
Yeah.
Nothing. Tumbleweeds.
Yeah, nothing. You got nothing. Nothing. Oh my gosh. Okay, so wait, do you want to just really, because we let Taylor, really, I mean, as she should, but we really did let her hone in on the Greys talk.
We did. I think that, like, here's what I'm going to say. Everyone, the premiere was incredible. I thought everyone was excellent. But I think that I was thinking about a character's storyline that will, a little teaser for going into this season. What is a character's storyline that will shock people this season? I think Joe's.
I wasn't expecting that.
I know. And I really thought hard about it, but what I'm filming right now.
Are the twins going to be, your faces, we can see you now. They can see you now. And so now.
I know this is bad, actually. This is bad because now you can see every expression. It's going to give more away if you watch us. Yeah.
I almost feel like I shouldn't ask any more questions because I don't want to.
Okay.
I don't want to know.
As the season goes on, you guys, we are going to be breaking down 911. We are going to be breaking down Grey's Anatomy. We have to have LeAnn on. Come on.
Oh my gosh. In a nanosecond. She's so much fun, so talented. I love working with her. We love coming up with these ways to be sort of like
spicy,
nasty to each other at the same time that we keep it very human and real. And I mean, who doesn't love, a modern cat fight, right? Where there's like two fully actualized women coming into a space where they can argue and they can try and one up each other. And, it's really good. I have to say the scenes that LeAnn's in, even if we're just in the same room, I feel like a certain kind of like clench.
Yeah.
I clench the tush just a little tighter.
Yeah. A little tush clench. We got to tell her that. I don't know. We got to ask her. Is her tush clenching? I don't know.
She'll let us know. Oh,
don't ask her. Save her for the
wardrobe
podcast.
Will be like, normally you take off if you're wearing high heels in a scene, which Blythe always is, you'll take off your high heels in between when you can just put on a pair of, like slippers or whatever. And I've noticed that when Dixie and Blythe are working together, Blythe keeps her high heels on all the time. Constant clench, constant high heel. She's ready. She's got to be ready.
Those aren't coming off. You got to rip them off your body.
That's exactly right. Well, if she leaves them somewhere, she might take them. Dixie might swipe them.
So she swiped the husband. She swiped the husband.
Doesn't even just say
I don't want to make you mad. I think this is a perfect spot before you get too clenchy.
I'm too happy.
Let's call
well, then
it.
I feel like this is a good time.
Let's call it the end of the episode.